So what happens when you give a bassist access to 5 octaves and 2 tracking engines with fuzz and modulation built in? That's not the start of a bad joke. Apparently, you get the MXR Poly Blue Octave pedal.
What matters is who you are.
Hi, I'm Jayme Lewis from thebassist.net, and first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to Gregor and all my friends at Bass the World for letting me crash here today as we check out the MXR Poly Blue Octave pedal. Now the features are pretty straightforward, but you'll find they're a bit more expansive than your typical octave pedal. We have 4 different octaves to choose from, including the one you're playing, so that's 5 total. You could do 1 below or 2 below. That's really low. Or you could do 1 above or 2 above. There's 2 different tracking engines, one monophonic, the other for polyphonic. There's also an expression pedal input and also 2 different effects, fuzz and modulation. Now, as a working bass player, my first concern when it comes to octave pedals is, can it recreate that really biting sort of synth bass tone? Because honestly, that's what I'm going to use it for, like 95% of the time.
You dancing like you love shoes. We love to see how you move. Come on, yeah, we're loving it. Come on, yeah, we're loving it. What matters is who you are. That likes the views or your car. Cause there's only one you. Cause there's only one you. See you rocking the soul. Lord shaking. Good time quaking. Oh, just let your worries slip into a slurry. There's no hurry. Cause we got the party right here.
And then the next thing I'd want to know is, can this pedal recreate that super deep, subby, I mean subterranean synth bass tone with good tracking and without breaking up on long sustained notes or ghosted notes? Here's a tune from a tour that I did a few years ago with Jayme Lewis. In fact, you'll notice there's no artwork on my arms. So I figured, why not reamp my signal from that show into this pedal, and let's see what the modulation effect might sound like on a rock tune. All right, now here's another song where I would always use an octaver live, because if I'm not mistaken, the guitars would tune down to B flat standard. Whatever it is, I didn't want to bring another instrument out on the road. So standard 4-string bass, plug in an octaver and a distortion pedal. And I mean, since this pedal's already got one, let's turn the fuzz engine on. Let's crank it to death and let's see how nasty we can get this thing to sound. Let's go! So as you can hear, it's a pretty neat pedal with lots of options, and it's definitely capable of crafting different tones and soundscapes and vibes. And if you want to hear more of my opinions on the Poly Blue Octave, head on over to my Patreon. I always do like a 10 or 15 minute deep dive video that goes a little bit more in depth than my YouTube videos are. So just check that out at patreon.com/Jayme Lewis. Again, thank you, Gregor, for letting me hang out here today. I really appreciate you, man. So stay well, and we'll see you again next time here at Bass the World.